Close your eyes if you like, or simply let your gaze rest unfocused on the darkness around you. Today may have asked a lot from you. You might have felt your chest tighten, or your mind race, or your body carry a weight you could not name. And now, as the day softens into evening, you are here, breathing, listening. Tonight, we are going to take a quiet walk together. Not through the outside world, but through the inner one, the place where emotions live. We will walk slowly through a hidden part of your brain, a network of small, ancient structures that has been shaping what you feel since before you had words. This journey has no rush. There is no test at the end. If you drift away into sleep at any moment, that is exactly right. Your brain will keep doing its work in the background, whether you are awake to hear this or not. So settle in. Let your body sink a little deeper into the surface beneath you, and know that everything you have felt today, every flash of frustration, every quiet ache, every moment of unexpected joy, all of it came from somewhere real. Emotions are not random. They are not weaknesses. They are signals, generated by a part of you that is always trying to help. And tonight, we will meet that part face to face. Imagine that you are standing at the entrance to a labyrinth, not a maze of stone walls in some distant castle, but a quiet, winding network of pathways deep inside your own skull. The air here is warm. The light is soft, like torches glowing along ancient corridors. This is the limbic system, a name that scientists use to describe a collection of brain structures, small regions buried beneath the outer layers of your cortex, that work together to create what you feel. The word limbic comes from the Latin word for border, limbus, because these structures sit along the inner edge of the brain, wrapping around the top of the brainstem like a hidden crown. For a long time, scientists thought of the limbic system as the emotional brain, separate from the thinking brain. But we know now that emotions and thoughts are not separate at all. They are woven together, constantly talking to each other, shaping each other. Still, the limbic system is a useful map, a starting place. Because even though your whole brain participates in emotion, there are certain regions, certain chambers in this inner labyrinth that play especially important roles. Let us walk forward now, slowly, one step at a time. The first chamber we encounter is small, almond-shaped, about the size of a large marble. This is the amygdala. You have two of them, one on each side of your brain, nestled deep in the temporal lobes, just behind your temples. The amygdala is often called the brain's alarm system, but it is more than that. It is a pattern detector. It scans everything you see, hear, smell, and touch, looking for anything that might matter to your survival, anything that might be a threat, anything that might be a reward. When the amygdala notices something important, it does not wait for you to think about it. It reacts fast. It sends signals racing through your brain and body before you have time to form a conscious thought. Imagine you are walking down a quiet street at dusk. A shadow moves suddenly in the corner of your vision. Your heart jumps. Your muscles tense. Your breath catches. All of this happens in a fraction of a second. Before you realize the shadow was just a tree branch swaying in the wind, your amygdala has already decided. Pay attention. Something might be wrong. This is not a mistake. it is protection. Your amygdala does not have time to be perfectly accurate. It has to be fast. And it has learned, over millions of years of evolution, that it is safer to jump at 100 shadows than to ignore the one that turns out to be dangerous. So when you feel your body react before your mind catches up, when your heart races for no reason you can name, when anxiety arrives like a sudden storm, this is your amygdala doing its job. It is not punishing you. It is not broken. It is trying, in its ancient way, to keep you safe. The amygdala is especially sensitive to faces, to eyes, to voices. It watches for anger in someone's expression, for tension in their tone, for any sign that a social situation might turn threatening. This makes sense. For most of human history, other people were the biggest source of both danger and safety. Being rejected by your group could mean death. Being attacked by a stranger could mean death. So your amygdala learned to care deeply about social signals, and it still does. This is why a dismissive text message can make your chest tighten. Why a stranger's cold stare on the subway can leave you feeling rattled. Why a critical comment can echo in your mind for hours. Your amygdala does not know the difference between physical danger and social danger. To this ancient part of your brain, rejection feels like a threat to survival, and so it responds the same way, with alarm, with urgency. But the amygdala does not work alone. It sends its alarm signals to many other parts of your brain, including a structure that sits just beside it, curving gently like a seahorse. This is the hippocampus, and it has a very different job. While the amygdala is asking, "Is this dangerous?" the hippocampus is asking, "Have I seen this before?" The hippocampus is your brain's librarian. It takes experiences, especially emotional ones, and files them away into long-term memory. But it does more than just store the past. It also helps you make sense of the present by connecting what is happening now to what happened before. This is why certain smells can flood you with memories, why a song can take you back to a specific moment in time, why walking into a room that feels like your childhood home can make you suddenly sad, or safe, or both. Your hippocampus is always working in the background, whispering, "This reminds me of something." And sometimes, that whisper changes everything. Imagine you are sitting in a cafe. The door opens. Someone walks in wearing a dark coat, the same shade of charcoal gray your father used to wear. You do not consciously notice the coat, but somewhere deep in your hippocampus, a connection is made. And suddenly, without knowing why, you feel a wave of something. Nostalgia, sadness, warmth. Your hippocampus has linked this moment to a memory and brought that memory's emotion into the present. This is how the past lives inside you, not as a separate file you open when you choose to remember, but as a constant filter, shaping how you feel about everything you encounter. This is also why trauma can be so persistent. When something terrifying happens, your amygdala marks it as critically important, and your hippocampus files it away with intense detail. Later, when you encounter something even remotely similar, your hippocampus recognizes the pattern, and your amygdala reacts as if the original danger is happening again. A sound, a smell, a tone of voice, any of these can become a doorway back to that moment. pulling you into a feeling that does not match the present, but perfectly matches the past. This is not your fault. It is not a sign that you are stuck, or broken, or unable to move forward. It is simply your brain, doing what brains do, trying to protect you by remembering what once felt dangerous. But here is the important part. The hippocampus is also capable of updating those memories. When you have a new experience, one that feels similar to an old painful memory, but turns out differently, your hippocampus can begin to revise the file. If you once felt unsafe in crowded rooms, and then you go to a crowded room and feel okay, your hippocampus notices. It adds that new information to the old pattern. Over time, with enough new experiences, the old alarm can soften, not erased, but quieter. This is part of how healing happens. Not by forgetting, but by adding new chapters to the story. And as you rest here tonight, your hippocampus is working, filing away the day, sorting through what happened, deciding what is worth keeping and what can fade. You do not have to help it. You do not have to try. It will do this work while you sleep, weaving today's experiences into the long thread of your life. So let it. Let the librarian do its quiet sorting. Let the memories settle where they need to go. The amygdala and the hippocampus work closely together. One detects, the other contextualizes. One sounds the alarm, the other asks, is this really the same danger we faced before? When these two structures communicate well, emotions feel manageable. They rise, they serve their purpose, and they pass. But when communication breaks down, when the amygdala is constantly firing and the hippocampus cannot keep up with the context, emotions can feel overwhelming, chaotic, endless. This is what happens in chronic stress, in trauma, in states where the alarm never fully turns off. And if that is how you have been feeling, if your days have felt like one long siren blaring in your chest, know this. It is not because you are doing something wrong. It is because your brain is working very hard to protect you, based on information it has gathered from your past. And with time, with safety, with new experiences that gently contradict the old patterns, that alarm can learn to quiet. Let us pause here for a moment. Let the image of the hippocampus and the amygdala rest in your mind. Two small structures, sitting side by side in the deep interior of your brain, working together to help you feel and remember and make sense of your world. You do not need to memorize their names. You do not need to picture them perfectly. Just know that they are there, doing their work, even now. As we move deeper into this inner landscape, we will meet other structures, other chambers in the limbic labyrinth. Each one plays a role in the symphony of what you feel. But before we go further, take a breath, a slow one. Notice how your chest rises. Notice how your body is holding you. You are safe here. You can rest. You can let go. Now let us continue walking. The path curves gently downward. The light is softer here. We are moving toward the base of the brain, where the limbic system connects to the body, where emotions stop being abstract and become something you can feel in your skin. There is a structure here, sitting right at the center of this network, about the size of a pearl, small, but incredibly powerful. This is the hypothalamus. If the amygdala is the alarm system and the hippocampus is the librarian, Then the hypothalamus is the messenger between your brain and your body. It sits just below the thalamus, which is why it is called hypothalamus, meaning under the thalamus, and it is connected to almost everything. The hypothalamus controls your autonomic nervous system, the part of your nervous system that runs automatically, without you having to think about it. It adjusts your heart rate, your breathing, your blood pressure, your body temperature. When the amygdala sounds an alarm, the hypothalamus is the one that translates that alarm into action. It sends signals down through the brainstem and spinal cord, telling your heart to beat faster, your lungs to pull in more air, your muscles to tense and prepare. This is the feeling you know so well. The racing pulse, the tight chest, the shallow breath. This is not happening in your imagination. It is happening in your body. Because your hypothalamus is doing exactly what it was designed to do. Mobilize you, prepare you, get you ready to fight, or run, or freeze. The hypothalamus also controls your hormones. It talks directly to the pituitary gland, a tiny gland that sits just below it. And together, they send chemical messages throughout your body. When you are stressed, the hypothalamus triggers the release of cortisol, a hormone that helps your body stay alert, mobilized, ready. In small doses, cortisol is helpful. It wakes you up in the morning. It sharpens your focus when you need to meet a deadline. It gives you the energy to handle a crisis. But when stress is constant, when the alarm never stops, cortisol stays elevated, and over time, that takes a toll. You might feel exhausted but wired, tired but unable to rest, hungry but unable to enjoy food. This is your hypothalamus, trying to help you survive a threat that never fully goes away. And again, this is not your fault. Your brain is not malfunctioning. It is responding to what it perceives as danger. The problem is not the system. The problem is that modern life keeps the system switched on far longer than it was ever meant to run. The hypothalamus does not just respond to fear. It also responds to pleasure, to safety, to warmth. When you feel calm, when you are held by someone you love. When you eat a nourishing meal or step into a hot shower, your hypothalamus adjusts. It sends signals that slow your heart rate, deepen your breathing, relax your muscles. This is the other side of the autonomic nervous system, the rest and digest side, the part that says, you are safe now, you can let go. And this part is just as important as the alarm, maybe more important, because your body cannot heal or rest or grow unless it feels safe enough to do so. So when you take a slow breath, when you wrap yourself in a soft blanket, when you listen to a voice that feels gentle and steady, you are giving your hypothalamus permission to shift, to soften the alert, to turn down the cortisol, to let your body remember what safety feels like. This is why rest is not a luxury. It is a biological necessity. Your brain needs time to step out of survival mode and into a state where repair and restoration can happen. And tonight, as you lie here, that is exactly what is beginning to occur. Your hypothalamus is reading the signals. No immediate threat. Darkness, quiet, stillness, and it is responding, slowly, gently, turning the dial down. Emotions, as you are beginning to see, are not just thoughts in your head. They are events that happen throughout your entire body. When you feel afraid, your heart pounds. When you feel sad, your chest aches. When you feel joy, warmth spreads through your limbs. This is the work of the limbic system, and especially the hypothalamus, translating signals from the brain into sensations you can feel. Your emotions live in your body, and your body shapes your emotions. This is why movement can change your mood, why a walk outside can ease anxiety, why crying can bring relief. You are not just thinking your way through feelings. You are living them, breathing them, holding them in your muscles and your heartbeat. And when you honor that, when you listen to what your body is telling you, you are working with your limbic system, not against it. So if your body feels heavy tonight, let it be heavy. If your chest feels tight, notice it without judgment. If you are holding tension somewhere, see if you can soften just a little. Your hypothalamus will notice, and it will adjust. Let us walk a little further now. The corridor opens into a larger space. The walls here are lined with something that looks almost like fabric, soft folds of tissue, wrapping around the inner chambers of the limbic system. This is the cingulate cortex, a band of brain tissue that curves around the top of the corpus callosum, the bridge that connects the left and right halves of your brain. The cingulate cortex is part of the limbic system. But it also connects to the prefrontal cortex, the front part of your brain that handles planning, decision-making, and self-awareness. In a way, the cingulate cortex is a bridge between emotion and thought, between feeling and awareness. It helps you notice what you are feeling. It helps you put a name to the sensation in your chest, the tightness in your throat, the flutter in your stomach, and it helps you decide, do I need to act on this feeling, or can I simply let it be? This is the beginning of emotional regulation, not suppressing emotions, not pretending they are not there, but noticing them, naming them, sitting with them. The cingulate cortex is especially active when you are paying attention to your inner world. When you pause and ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? That question, simple as it seems, activates this part of your brain. And in doing so, it creates a small space between the feeling and your response. This space is where choice lives, not the choice to stop feeling, but the choice to respond with a little more awareness, a little more kindness. The cingulate cortex also plays a role in pain, both physical pain and emotional pain. In fact, the same regions that light up when you stub your toe also light up when you feel rejected, when someone you care about turns away, when you experience loss. This is not metaphor. Emotional pain is real pain. Your brain processes it in overlapping ways with physical injury, which is why heartbreak can feel like an actual wound in your chest, why grief can make your whole body ache. The cingulate cortex registers that pain and sends signals asking for attention, asking for care. And when you respond to that pain with gentleness, when you let yourself rest, when you reach out for comfort, you are answering that signal. You are telling your cingulate cortex, I hear you, I am taking care of this. Above the cingulate cortex, at the very front of your brain, sits the prefrontal cortex. This is the part of your brain that is most recently evolved, the part that makes you human. The prefrontal cortex is involved in complex thinking, planning, imagination, language, but it is also deeply involved in emotion. Not in creating emotions, but in reflecting on them, regulating them, deciding how to respond. When you feel a surge of anger and you pause before speaking, that is your prefrontal cortex stepping in. When you feel anxiety rising and you remind yourself that you have been through this before, that is your prefrontal cortex offering perspective. The prefrontal cortex does not eliminate emotions. It cannot, and it should not. But it can offer a gentle hand on the shoulder of the amygdala, saying, "I know you are worried, but let us look at this more closely." This is the inner observer, the part of you that can step back and watch your own feelings without being completely swept away by them. It is the voice that says, "I am feeling anxious," rather than, "I am anxiety." That small shift from being the emotion to having the emotion creates room to breathe, room to choose. But here is what is important to understand. The prefrontal cortex is fragile. When you are stressed, when your amygdala is on high alert, blood flow and resources shift away from the prefrontal cortex. Your brain prioritizes survival over reflection. This is why it is so hard to think clearly when you are upset, why you say things you do not mean when you are angry, why anxiety makes it almost impossible to focus on anything else. Your prefrontal cortex goes offline, not permanently, but temporarily. And this is not a personal failing. It is a design feature. When your brain perceives danger, it does not need you to analyze the situation carefully. It needs you to react. So the limbic system takes over, and the prefrontal cortex steps back. This is why you cannot think your way out of a panic attack. Why telling someone to just calm down never works. You have to wait for the alarm to quiet, for the body to settle, before the prefrontal cortex can come back online. And the best way to help that happen is not through force or willpower. It is through safety, through breath, through presence. So if you have ever felt frustrated with yourself for not being able to stay calm, for losing your temper, for freezing when you wanted to speak, know this. Your brain was doing what it thought it needed to do. And when the moment passes, when you feel steady again, your prefrontal cortex will return. It always does. Together, these structures form a network. The amygdala, the hippocampus, the hypothalamus, the cingulate cortex, the prefrontal cortex. They pass signals back and forth, constantly adjusting, constantly balancing. When the system is working well, emotions rise and fall like waves. They serve their purpose, and then they pass. But when the system is overtaxed, when stress is chronic, when old wounds keep reopening, the balance tips, and emotions can feel too big, too fast, too much. This is not because you are broken. It is because your limbic system is working overtime, trying to protect you from threats it perceives everywhere. And the way forward is not to fight it, not to shame yourself for feeling. The way forward is to offer your brain what it is asking for: safety, time, gentleness. As you rest here tonight, your limbic system is quietly recalibrating. The amygdala is checking the environment and finding no threats. The hippocampus is sorting through the I-day, filing memories away. The hypothalamus is shifting your body toward rest. The cingulate and prefrontal regions are softening their grip. You do not have to do anything to make this happen. It is happening on its own. Your brain knows how to heal. Your body knows how to rest. All you have to do is let it. Now let us turn our attention to the emotions themselves, not as abstract ideas, but as real experiences that move through you every day. Each emotion carries a message, a signal about what matters to you, what you need, what you value. And when you understand the message, when you listen without judgment, emotions stop feeling like enemies and start feeling like guides. Let us begin with fear. Fear is probably the emotion we have talked about most tonight, because fear is what the amygdala specializes in. Fear arrives fast. It tightens your chest, quickens your pulse, makes your hands tremble. And the message fear carries is simple. Something might hurt you. Pay attention. Fear is not trying to ruin your day. It is not trying to hold you back from living. It is trying to keep you alive. In the wild, fear helped your ancestors avoid predators, dangerous cliffs, poisonous plants. And today, fear still helps you. It makes you look both ways before crossing the street. It makes you hesitate before saying something that might damage a relationship. It makes you check the stove before leaving the house. These small acts of caution are fear doing its job well. But sometimes, fear gets louder than it needs to be. Sometimes it sounds the alarm for dangers that are not really there. A social situation that feels threatening but is actually safe. A change that feels dangerous but is actually an opportunity. A sensation in your body that feels like catastrophe but is actually just stress. When this happens, it is easy to feel angry at your fear, to wish it would just go away. But fear does not respond well to anger. It only gets louder when you fight it. What fear responds to is acknowledgement. When you pause and say, "I hear you. I know you are trying to protect me," something shifts. The alarm does not have to scream so loud because it knows it has been heard. You do not have to believe everything fear tells you. You do not have to obey every warning, but you can listen. You can thank it for trying, and then, gently, you can decide what to do next. Anger is another emotion that often gets misunderstood. Anger has a bad reputation. People are taught that anger is dangerous, destructive, something to suppress. But anger, like fear, is a messenger. The message anger carries is this: something is wrong. A boundary has been crossed. Something that matters to you is being threatened or disrespected. Anger is energy. It mobilizes you. It gives you the strength to say no, to push back, to protect what you care about. Without anger, people would walk over you. Without anger, you would have no fuel to stand up for yourself or for others. So anger is not bad. It is information. The trouble comes when anger is expressed in ways that hurt, or when it is held inside so long that it turns corrosive. But the emotion itself, the signal, is valid. When you feel anger rising, you can pause and ask, what is this anger protecting? What do I care about that feels under threat right now? Sometimes the answer is immediate and clear. Someone has lied to you. Someone has ignored your needs. Someone has treated you unjustly. And sometimes the answer is more subtle. You are angry because you are exhausted and no one has noticed. You are angry because you keep giving and no one is giving back. You are angry because you feel invisible. All of these are real reasons, and all of them point to something that needs attention. When you listen to anger with curiosity instead of shame, it stops being a problem and starts being a guide. Sadness is quieter than fear or anger. It does not shout. It settles. Sadness feels heavy. It slows you down. It makes the world seem muted, distant, less colorful. And the message sadness carries is this: you have lost something that mattered. Something has changed. Something is ending. Sadness is grief. Not always the big grief of death or tragedy, but the small griefs that come with being human. The grief of a friendship that faded. The grief of a dream that did not come true. The grief of time passing, of childhood ending, of seasons changing. Sadness asks you to slow down, to acknowledge what has been lost, to honor it. In a culture that prizes productivity and positivity, sadness is often seen as a problem to fix, something to medicate, something to push through. But sadness is not a malfunction. It is a response to loss. And if you do not give it space, if you do not let it move through you, it does not go away. It just goes underground. It becomes a dull ache that follows you everywhere, a heaviness you cannot name. But when you let yourself feel sad, when you let the tears come, when you sit with the ache in your chest and say, "Yes, this hurts," something shifts. The sadness does not vanish, but it softens. It becomes bearable. And eventually, it makes room for something else. Joy is the emotion we all want more of. But joy is harder to talk about than fear or anger or sadness, because joy does not demand attention the way pain does. Joy is light. It is the warmth that spreads through your chest when someone you love walks into the room. It is the brightness you feel when you hear a song that moves you. It is the quiet contentment of a moment where everything feels enough. Joy does not have to be loud. It does not have to be euphoria. Sometimes joy is just the absence of pain. The moment when anxiety finally lifts, the breath you take after crying, when the storm has passed. And the message joy carries is this: you are connected. You are alive. This moment matters. Joy is your brain recognizing something good, something safe, something worth savoring. And when you let yourself notice joy, even small joys, you are training your limbic system to look for those moments. Because your brain learns from repetition. If you spend all your time focused on threats, your amygdala learns to see threats everywhere. But if you pause, even for a few seconds, to notice something beautiful, something kind, something good, your hippocampus files that away too. And over time, those moments accumulate. They become part of the pattern. This does not mean forcing yourself to be positive. It does not mean pretending pain is not real. It just means when joy arrives, let it in. There are other emotions too. Shame, guilt, envy, disgust, loneliness. Each one carries its own message. Each one serves a purpose. Shame says, I have done something that might make others reject me. Guilt says, I have acted against my own values. Envy says, I want something I do not have. Disgust says, this is harmful, stay away. Loneliness says, I need connection. None of these emotions are enemies. They are signals. And when you stop fighting them, when you stop labeling yourself as broken or weak for feeling them, they lose some of their power over you. They become information, not identity. So tonight, if you are carrying an emotion that feels heavy, see if you can sit with it just a little differently. Not by trying to fix it, not by pushing it away, but by listening, by asking, What are you trying to tell me? You do not have to have an answer right away. You do not have to solve anything tonight. Just listen and let your limbic system know you are paying attention. The path we are walking curves upward now. The air feels a little lighter. We are moving toward a part of the labyrinth that is about change, about growth, about the way the brain reshapes itself over time. Because the limbic system is not fixed, it is not set in stone. Your brain is plastic, not in the sense of being artificial, but in the sense of being moldable. Neuroplasticity is the word scientists use to describe the brain's ability to change throughout your life, to form new connections, to strengthen some pathways and let others fade. And this is true for the limbic system too. The patterns of emotion you experience most often become the patterns your brain defaults to. If you spend years in a state of chronic stress, your amygdala becomes sensitized. It learns to see danger everywhere. If you grow up in an environment where emotions are ignored or punished, your cingulate cortex may struggle to identify and name feelings. If you experience trauma, your hippocampus may link neutral cues to intense emotional memories, creating triggers that feel impossible to escape. These are not failures. They are adaptations. Your brain shaped itself to help you survive the environment you were in. But here is the hopeful part. The same plasticity that created those patterns can also reshape them. It is not fast. It is not easy. But it is possible. Every time you have a new experience, your brain has the chance to update its predictions. Every time you feel afraid and nothing bad happens, your amygdala takes note. It does not immediately trust the new information. It takes many repetitions, but over time, with enough safe experiences, the alarm can quiet. Every time you practice naming an emotion, you strengthen the connection between your limbic system and your prefrontal cortex. Every time you breathe slowly through anxiety instead of avoiding it, you teach your body that it can tolerate discomfort. Every time you reach out for support instead of isolating, you send a signal to your nervous system that connection is safe. These are not instant fixes, but they are real changes. Neural pathways are like trails through a forest. The more you walk a certain path, the clearer and easier it becomes. If you have been walking the path of anxiety for years, that path is well worn. It is the default. But if you start walking a different path, the path of noticing safety, of breathing, of self-compassion, that path begins to form too. At first it is faint, barely visible. But with repetition, it grows clearer. And eventually, your brain starts to choose it more often. Not because the old path is gone, it never fully disappears, but because you now have another option. This is why therapy can help, why safe relationships matter, why new experiences are powerful. They give your brain new data, new patterns to learn from. A therapist who listens without judgment teaches your limbic system that it is safe to feel. A friend who stays even when you are struggling rewrites the story that says you are too much. A moment when you try something scary and survive updates the amygdala's threat database. None of this happens overnight, but it does happen. Slowly, steadily. Your brain is always learning, and it is never too late to teach it something new. One of the most powerful things you can do to support your limbic system is also one of the simplest. Sleep. Sleep is not just rest. It is when your brain does some of its most important emotional work. During sleep, especially during REM sleep, your brain replays the experiences of the day. It sorts through memories. It processes emotions. The hippocampus and the amygdala communicate back and forth, deciding which memories to keep, which to let fade, and how to file the emotionally charged ones. This is why a problem that feels overwhelming at night can feel more manageable in the morning. Your brain has worked on it while you slept, not by solving it, but by processing it, by softening the emotional charge, by integrating it into your larger story. When you do not get enough sleep, your amygdala becomes hyperactive. It reacts more strongly to negative stimuli. It sees threats where there are none. And your prefrontal cortex, the part that helps you regulate emotions, becomes less effective. This is why everything feels harder when you are exhausted, why small frustrations become overwhelming, why emotions feel uncontrollable. Your limbic system is working without the support it needs. But when you sleep well, when you give your brain the time it needs to restore, everything comes back into balance. The amygdala calms. The prefrontal cortex comes back online. The hippocampus finishes its filing. And you wake up with a little more capacity to face the day. Dreams play a role in this process too, especially the vivid, sometimes strange dreams that happen during REM sleep. During REM, your brain is incredibly active, almost as active as when you are awake. But the content of that activity is different. Your brain is replaying emotional experiences, mixing them with other memories, creating new connections. This is why dreams often feel symbolic or surreal. They are not meant to be literal. They are your brain's way of processing emotions, in a space where logic does not have to apply. Some researchers believe that REM sleep helps take the emotional sting out of difficult memories, that it lets you rehearse emotional responses in a safe context. So, if you have ever woken from a dream feeling confused or unsettled or strangely relieved, know that your brain was working. It was doing the deep work of emotional processing. And even if you do not remember your dreams, even if you feel like you do not dream at all, this process is still happening. Your limbic system is still sorting, still filing, still softening the edges of what felt sharp during the day. So as you lie here tonight, know that the act of resting itself is healing. You do not have to do anything. You do not have to try to fall asleep. Just being here in the dark, breathing slowly, is enough. Your brain knows what to do. There are small, gentle practices that can support your limbic system, ways of living that help emotions feel a little more manageable. These are not instructions, not things you must do, just images, possibilities, things that have helped others and might resonate with you. Picture someone sitting quietly in the morning, with a cup of tea warming their hands. They are not scrolling, not rushing, just sitting. This simple act of beginning the day slowly gives the limbic system time to wake up gently. It signals to the hypothalamus, there is no emergency. You can ease into the day. Picture someone walking outside at dusk. The air is cool, the light is soft. Their feet move steadily. Their breath matches their steps. Movement, especially rhythmic movement, helps regulate the autonomic nervous system. It gives the body a way to process the stress hormones that have built up during the day. Walking, dancing, stretching, swimming, all of these help the hypothalamus shift from alarm to calm. Picture someone writing in a journal by lamplight, not writing perfectly, not writing for anyone else, just putting words on paper, naming what they felt, describing what happened. This simple act of translating feeling into language activates the prefrontal cortex. It creates distance between the emotion and the self. It helps the cingulate cortex do its job, noticing and naming. And it gives the hippocampus something concrete to file away. Picture someone sitting with a friend, not fixing anything, not giving advice, just listening, just being present. Connection, safe connection, is one of the most powerful regulators of the limbic system. When you feel seen by someone you trust, your hypothalamus releases oxytocin, a hormone that calms the stress response, that signals you are not alone, you are safe. This is why isolation makes everything harder. And why reaching out, even when it feels impossible, can begin to shift things. Picture someone breathing slowly, eyes closed, hand on their chest. They breathe in for 4 counts, hold for 4, out for 6. This pattern of breathing, with a longer exhale than inhale, activates the vagus nerve, a long nerve that runs from the brainstem down through the chest and abdomen. The vagus nerve is the main messenger of the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest side. When you breathe slowly, you are sending a signal to your hypothalamus, to your amygdala, that says, "We are safe. The alarm can turn off now." Picture someone creating something, painting, playing music, cooking, gardening. These acts of making, of shaping something with your hands, engage many parts of the brain at once. They give your prefrontal cortex something to focus on. They let your limbic system process emotions in the background without having to put everything into words. Creativity is not a luxury. It is a form of emotional regulation, a way for feelings to move through you and become something outside of you. These are just images, not a prescription, not a to-do list, but they point to something important. Your limbic system does not respond well to force, to willpower, to harsh self-criticism. It responds to gentleness, to rhythm, to safety. And when you offer those things, even in small doses, your brain begins to shift. Not all at once, but gradually, like water slowly reshaping stone. Let us pause here. Let the ideas settle. You do not need to remember everything you have heard tonight. You do not need to hold on to any of it. Your hippocampus will keep what matters and let the rest fade. That is exactly what it is designed to do. The corridor we are walking is darker now. The torches are farther apart. The walls feel softer. The air feels warmer. We are descending deeper into the quiet center of the labyrinth, the place where words start to fall away and only sensation remains. This is where we will rest for a while, in the soft darkness, where your limbic system can do its work without needing your conscious mind to guide it. Your body knows more than your mind sometimes remembers. It holds memories in places words cannot reach, in the tension of your shoulders, in the tightness of your jaw, in the rhythm of your breath. Your limbic system speaks through your body, long before it speaks through your thoughts. This is why you can walk into a room and feel something, a shift in the air, a sense of unease or welcome. Your amygdala has read the signals, the micro-expressions on people's faces, the tone beneath the words, the subtle shifts in posture, and it sends that information to your body first. Your gut tightens, your heart rate changes, your breathing shifts, and only then, maybe, does the thought arrive. Something feels off here. This is intuition, not magic, not mysticism, just your limbic system, processing information faster than your conscious mind can follow. The body is not separate from emotion. It is where emotion lives. When you feel joy, your chest expands. When you feel shame, you want to fold inward. When you feel anger, heat rises to your face. These are not metaphors. They are physiological changes, orchestrated by your hypothalamus, in response to signals from your amygdala and other limbic structures. Your heart rate increases or decreases. Your blood vessels constrict or dilate. Your muscles tense or relax. Emotions are embodied, and this is why, when you want to shift an emotion, working with the body can be more effective than working with the mind. Think about what happens when you cry. Not just a few tears, but deep crying. The kind that shakes your chest and leaves you breathless. It can feel overwhelming in the moment. But afterward, there is often a sense of release, of emptiness in a good way, of being lighter. This is not coincidental. Crying is a physiological process that helps regulate the autonomic nervous system. Tears contain stress hormones, cortisol and others, that your body is releasing. And the act of crying, the deep breathing that comes with it, activates the parasympathetic nervous system. It signals to your hypothalamus. The peak of the emotional wave has passed. You can begin to come down now. So when you cry, you are not losing control. You are regulating. Your body is doing exactly what it needs to do, to move through the emotion and come out the other side. The same is true for shaking. After a moment of intense fear, you might notice your hands trembling, your legs feeling weak. This is your body releasing the adrenaline, the burst of energy that prepared you to fight or flee. Animals do this instinctively. A deer that narrowly escapes a predator will stand still for a moment and then shake. Its whole body trembles, releasing the stress, and then it goes back to grazing. The threat is over. The nervous system has reset. Humans have the same mechanism, but we often suppress it. We hold still. We clench our muscles. We tell ourselves to calm down, to stop shaking, to pull it together. And in doing so, we trap the energy inside. The hypothalamus never gets the signal that the danger has passed. The amygdala stays on alert. This is one reason why trauma can linger in the body. Not because the memory is too strong, but because the physiological response was never completed. The nervous system got stuck in the middle of the cycle. But when you allow the shaking, when you let the body finish what it started, the cycle can complete, and the alarm can finally turn off. Your breath is one of the most direct pathways to your limbic system. Most of the time, breathing happens automatically. Your brainstem controls it without you having to think. But breath is unique. It is both automatic and something you can consciously control. This makes it a bridge, a way to communicate directly with your autonomic nervous system, to send a message to your hypothalamus, to your amygdala. When you breathe quickly and shallowly from your chest, Your body interprets this as a sign of danger. Your sympathetic nervous system activates. Your heart rate increases. Your amygdala stays on alert. But when you breathe slowly and deeply from your belly, the opposite happens. Your parasympathetic nervous system engages. Your heart rate slows. Your muscles relax. And your amygdala receives the message. We are safe. This is not about forcing yourself to be calm. It is about giving your body accurate information. If there is no immediate threat, slow breathing helps your limbic system recognize that. You do not have to breathe in any particular pattern. You do not have to count. Just notice your breath as it is right now. Is it fast or slow? Shallow or deep? Held or flowing? No judgment, just noticing. And then, if you like, see if you can let the next breath be just a little slower, a little deeper. Let it fill your belly before it fills your chest, and then let it go. Completely. No rush. Each slow breath is a message to your limbic system, a gentle reminder that this moment, right now, is safe. Touch is another powerful regulator of the limbic system. Safe touch from someone you trust sends signals of safety to your hypothalamus. A hug, a hand on your shoulder, someone holding your hand. These simple gestures activate the release of oxytocin, a hormone that calms the stress response and strengthens feelings of connection. This is why a hug can make you cry. Not because it makes you sad, but because it signals safety. And when your nervous system finally feels safe, it lets go of what it has been holding. But touch does not have to come from someone else. You can place your own hand on your chest, on your belly, on your cheek. This simple act of touching yourself gently sends a signal to your limbic system. You are here. You are paying attention. You are offering care. And your nervous system responds. It softens, just a little. Sound also shapes your emotional state. Your limbic system is constantly listening. A sudden loud noise sends your amygdala into high alert. Even if you know intellectually that the sound is harmless, your body reacts first. But gentle sounds, soft music, a calm voice, have the opposite effect. They signal safety. They help your hypothalamus shift into rest mode. This is why lullabies work. Why people find certain voices soothing. Why you might put on the same song when you need to calm down. Your limbic system has learned to associate those sounds with safety. And when it hears them, it begins to relax. All of these pathways, breath, touch, sound, movement, they are ways of communicating with your limbic system in its own language, not through words, not through logic, but through the body, through sensation, through rhythm. And when you work with your body in this way, you are not bypassing your emotions. You are meeting them where they live. Emotions are not problems to solve. They are experiences to move through, and the body knows how to move through them, if you let it. Right now, as you lie here, your body is already doing this work. Your breath is slowing, your muscles are releasing, your heart rate is settling. Your hypothalamus is reading all of this and adjusting, turning down the alert signals, turning up the rest signals. You do not have to help. You do not have to make it happen. Just let it unfold. The limbic system is ancient, much older than language, older than complex thought. It evolved millions of years ago in ancestors who did not have words, who could not analyze or reflect. They could only feel and respond. And that system is still inside you, It does not care about your explanations. It does not respond to logic. It responds to experience, to what it senses in this moment. And right now, in this moment, it is sensing stillness, darkness, quiet, and it is beginning to trust that it is safe to let go. You have carried so much today, maybe for many days. Your limbic system has been working without rest, scanning for threats, holding tension, staying alert. But you can rest now. You can let your nervous system downshift. You can let your amygdala stop scanning. Let your hypothalamus ease the tension. Let your hippocampus file the day away. You have done enough. You are enough. The path ahead curves into deeper darkness. The torches have gone out. But you do not need light here. This part of the labyrinth is about letting go, about trusting that your brain knows what to do, even when you cannot see the way forward. And it does. Your limbic system has been guiding you since before you were born. It has kept you alive through everything you have faced. And it will keep working tonight. Sorting, processing, healing, while you rest. There is a kind of intelligence in your emotions, a wisdom that does not come from thinking, but from feeling. Your limbic system knows things your conscious mind has forgotten. It remembers what made you feel safe as a child. It remembers what hurt you. It remembers what you need, and it is always trying to guide you toward those needs. Sometimes the guidance is subtle, a quiet pull toward something that feels right, a gentle resistance to something that feels wrong. And sometimes the guidance is loud, a surge of anxiety that says, "Pay attention." A wave of sadness that says, "Something here needs to be grieved." Either way, your emotions are not random. They are your inner compass, pointing you toward what matters. This does not mean every emotion should be trusted blindly. Your amygdala can be overly cautious. Your hippocampus can connect present moments to old wounds that are no longer relevant. But the emotion itself, the signal, is still worth listening to. Because underneath the fear, there is something you care about. Underneath the anger, there is something you value. Underneath the sadness, there is something you have lost. And when you listen to those deeper layers, you begin to understand yourself. Not as someone who is broken, but as someone who is human. Someone whose brain is doing its best with the information it has to keep you safe and whole. You do not have to have everything figured out. You do not have to fix yourself. You are not a problem to be solved. You are a living system, constantly adapting, constantly learning, constantly trying to find balance. And that is exactly what you should be doing. So if you have been hard on yourself for feeling too much or not enough, for being anxious or sad or numb, let that go. Your limbic system is not failing you. It is doing exactly what it was designed to do. And with time and gentleness and new experiences, it will continue to learn, to adapt, to grow. The walls of the labyrinth have disappeared now. There is only open space, soft, warm, boundless. You are floating in the deep interior of your own mind, where thoughts dissolve, where only sensation remains. This is the place where healing happens, not through effort, but through surrender, through letting your brain do what it does best. Your hippocampus is working quietly in the background, taking the experiences of the day and weaving them into the story of your life. Some memories will stay vivid, others will fade. And that is exactly as it should be. Your brain is selective. It does not hold on to everything. It keeps what matters and lets the rest dissolve. So if there are moments from today that felt heavy, trust that your hippocampus is deciding what to do with them. You do not have to carry everything forward. Some things can be set down. Your amygdala is quieting now. The alarm has turned off. There is no threat here, no danger, just darkness, just stillness, just the soft rhythm of your breath. And your amygdala is learning, once again, that this is safe, that rest is safe, that letting go is safe. With each quiet night like this, the lesson deepens. And over time, the alarm learns to trust the quiet. Your hypothalamus has shifted fully into rest mode now. Your heart rate has slowed. Your breathing has deepened. Your muscles are releasing tension you did not even know you were holding. And your whole body is receiving the message. You are safe. You can rest. You can let go. This is where repair happens, where restoration happens. Your body is rebuilding what the day has worn down. Your brain is clearing out metabolic waste, making space for new thoughts, new connections, new possibilities. And you do not have to do any of it. It is happening on its own. The cingulate cortex has stopped efforting. It is no longer trying to monitor or analyze or control. It is simply resting. And in that rest, there is a kind of peace. The peace of not having to be anything other than what you are. Not having to perform. Not having to prove. Not having to fix. Just being. Your prefrontal cortex has gone quiet too. The voice of planning and worrying and analyzing has faded. There is nothing to figure out right now. Nothing to solve. Just this moment, this breath, this soft darkness, and in the absence of thinking, there is space for something deeper. A kind of knowing that does not come from words. A sense that you are held, that you are part of something larger. Not separate, not alone. Connected to everything that has ever felt, or struggled, or rested. Your limbic system is ancient. It connects you to every human who has ever lived. Every person who has felt fear in the night. Every person who has grieved a loss. Every person who has found joy in a simple moment. You are not the first to feel what you feel, and you will not be the last. Your emotions are part of the great human story, and they connect you to everyone who has ever been tender, or afraid, or brave, or heartbroken. You are part of that lineage, and your limbic system carries that history inside you. Let yourself sink a little deeper now. There is nothing you need to hold on to. No thought you need to complete. No feeling you need to resolve. Everything can wait. The world will still be there tomorrow. But right now, you can rest. Your brain is taking care of you. Even as you drift, even as you let go, it is sorting, it is filing, it is healing. And it will keep doing this work, all through the night. So you do not have to stay awake. You do not have to listen. You can surrender. Imagine that you are sinking into warm water. The water holds you. You do not have to swim. You do not have to tread water. You can just float. And the water carries you. Your body knows how to do this. Your limbic system knows how to rest. It has done this 1,000 times before. And it will do it 1,000 times again. You are safe. You can let go. The labyrinth has dissolved completely now. There are no walls, no paths, just open space, infinite, soft, dark, and you are floating in the center of it, held by nothing, held by everything. Your emotions are waves. They rise, they fall. But you, the awareness beneath them, you remain steady, quiet, whole. You are not your fear. You are not your sadness. You are not your anger. You are the space in which all of these arise, and you are larger than any of them. So let them come. Let them go. Like clouds passing through a vast sky. You do not have to chase them. You do not have to push them away. Just let them pass, and rest in the knowing that you are still here. Your limbic system will keep working. It will keep protecting you. It will keep guiding you. But right now, it is asking you to rest, to stop efforting, to stop holding, to simply be. And so you breathe, slowly, softly, in and out. And with each breath, you sink a little deeper into rest, into peace, into the quiet knowing that you are okay. You have always been okay, and you will continue to be okay. Let go now. Let your mind wander where it wants to wander. Let your body soften where it wants to soften. There is nothing you need to control, nothing you need to fix. Just rest. And know that your brain, your beautiful, complex, ancient brain, is taking care of everything. You are safe. You are held. You are enough. Rest now. Just rest. The darkness around you is not empty. It is full of possibility, full of potential, full of the quiet work your brain is doing while you rest. Your limbic system does not sleep the way your conscious mind does. It keeps working, keeps watching, keeps caring for you. Even in the deepest sleep, your amygdala is still monitoring, still listening for sounds that might signal danger. This is why a loud crash will wake you instantly, while gentle background noise lets you sleep. Your limbic system is always protecting you, even when you are completely unconscious, even when you have let go of everything. You can trust it. And your hippocampus is working too, replaying the day, sorting through conversations, moments of tension, moments of connection. It is deciding what to keep, what to strengthen, what to let fade into the background. This process happens mostly during sleep, especially during the deep stages of sleep and during REM. And you do not have to guide it. You do not have to direct it. It happens on its own. Your brain knows what it needs to do. There is a rhythm to sleep, a cycle that repeats throughout the night. You move from light sleep to deep sleep to REM sleep and back again. Each stage serves a purpose. In deep sleep, your body repairs itself. Muscles rebuild, tissues heal. Your immune system strengthens. This is when your hypothalamus releases growth hormone, telling your body that it is safe to invest in repair, because repair only happens when there is no immediate threat. When your nervous system has shifted out of survival mode and into restoration mode, and that shift is happening now. In REM sleep, your brain becomes active again, but in a different way. Your eyes move rapidly beneath your closed lids. Your heart rate increases slightly. Your breathing becomes irregular. And you dream. Dreams are strange, illogical, sometimes beautiful, sometimes unsettling. But they are not meaningless. They are your brain's way of processing emotions, of integrating experiences, of making sense of things that do not yet make sense. During REM sleep, your amygdala is active, but your prefrontal cortex, the part that provides logic and context, is mostly offline. This is why dreams feel so emotional, so vivid, so real. Your limbic system is replaying emotional experiences without the filter of rational thought. And in doing so, it is processing them, softening them, taking the sharp edges off memories that felt overwhelming during the day. This is why you might go to bed feeling anxious and wake up feeling a little lighter. Your brain has worked on it while you slept, without you having to do anything. You do not need to remember your dreams for this process to work. Most dreams fade within minutes of waking, and that is okay. The value of a dream is not in remembering it. It is in the processing that happened while you were dreaming. So if you wake tomorrow with no memory of the night, know that your limbic system still did its work. It still sorted, still softened, still cared for you. Right now, you are hovering between waking and sleeping. Your mind is drifting. Thoughts come and go like gentle waves. You might notice them, or you might not. Either way is fine. There is no right way to do this. You cannot fail at resting. Just let yourself be exactly where you are. If your mind wanders to something that happened today, that is okay. Your hippocampus is working with that memory. You do not have to solve it. You do not have to understand it. Just let it move through, like a cloud passing overhead. If a feeling arises, sadness, anxiety, loneliness, that is okay too. Your limbic system is processing. Emotions do not always arrive on a schedule. Sometimes they surface when you finally slow down enough to notice them. And that is exactly what should happen. You do not have to push them away. Just let them be. They will pass. Everything passes. Your breath continues, in and out, without effort, without thought. Your brainstem is handling it. Your hypothalamus is monitoring it, and it will keep breathing you all through the night, even in the deepest sleep. Even when you are completely gone, your body knows what to do. You are held by your own nervous system, by millions of years of evolution, by the same structures that have kept humans alive through ice ages, through famines, through every hardship imaginable. Your limbic system is ancient, resilient, powerful, and it is working for you, always. Even when you feel broken, you are not. You are adapting. Even when you feel lost, you are not. You are processing. Even when you feel too much or not enough, you are exactly where you need to be. Your limbic system is doing its work, and it will keep doing its work for as long as you are alive. So rest now. Let go of the day. Let go of what you said or did not say, what you did or did not do. It is all being sorted. Your hippocampus is filing it away, and tomorrow it will feel different. Not because the events have changed, but because your brain will have processed them, integrated them, given them context, and made room for something new. Each night of sleep is a small reset, not a complete erasure, but a softening, a rebalancing. Your amygdala recalibrates. Your hypothalamus restores your stress hormones to baseline. Your prefrontal cortex rebuilds its capacity for focus and regulation. and you wake with a little more room, a little more capacity. Not perfect, but a little better. And that is enough. You do not have to be perfect. You do not have to have it all figured out. You just have to keep going. One day at a time, one breath at a time, and your limbic system will keep supporting you, guiding you, protecting you, even when you do not notice it, even when you do not thank it. It is there. And tonight, as you drift deeper, know that you are being cared for by your own brain, by your own body, by the ancient systems that have kept your ancestors alive and now keep you alive too. You are part of that lineage, and you are carrying it forward. So breathe, slowly, softly, and let yourself sink deeper and deeper into the warm darkness, into the quiet, into rest. Your body is heavy now, sinking into the surface beneath you. Your limbs are soft. Your face is relaxed. Your jaw has released. Your shoulders have dropped. Your whole body is letting go. And your mind is drifting, floating somewhere between thoughts. There is nothing to hold on to, nothing to figure out, just this soft darkness, just this slow breath, just this moment. You are safe, you are held, you are enough. And as you drift, know that your limbic system is still working, still watching over you. Your amygdala is quiet now, but still alert, still ready to wake you if you truly need it. But right now, there is no need. Everything is safe. Everything is calm, and you can rest deeply. Your hippocampus is sorting through the day, taking the moments that mattered and weaving them into your story. The rest, the noise, the clutter, is already beginning to fade. By morning, it will be gone, and what remains will be integrated, part of you, but softer, quieter, less urgent. Your hypothalamus has shifted your body fully into rest mode. Your heart is beating slowly, steadily. Your breath is deep and regular. Your muscles are warm and soft. Your whole system is restoring itself, cell by cell, breath by breath. And your cingulate cortex, your inner observer, has stopped watching. There is no need to monitor anymore, no need to assess. You can just be, without reflection, without judgment, just being. And your prefrontal cortex has gone quiet. The voice of planning and worrying has dissolved. There is no tomorrow to prepare for right now, no yesterday to analyze, just this moment. And this moment is soft and safe and enough. Let yourself go now, completely. There is nothing to hold, nothing to carry. Just let go. And know that you are held by the darkness, by the quiet, by your own nervous system. You are safe. You are cared for. You are whole. Breathe and let go. The limbic labyrinth is quiet now. All its chambers are still. The amygdala rests. The hippocampus sorts softly in the background. The hypothalamus maintains its gentle watch. And you are floating in the center of it all, in the warm darkness. In the soft quiet, in the deep peace of knowing that you do not have to do anything right now. You can simply be. And so you breathe, and drift, and rest. Emotions are waves. They rise, they fall. But you, the space in which they move, you are constant, steady, whole. Let the waves move through you. Do not fight them. Do not chase them. Just let them be, and rest in the knowing that you are larger than any single wave, larger than any single emotion. You are the ocean, deep, vast, calm beneath the surface. And tonight, you can rest in that depth, away from the storms, away from the noise, in the quiet center, where you have always been safe. Your limbic system knows this. It has always known, and it is guiding you there now, down, deeper, into rest. So breathe and let go. You are safe. You are whole. You are enough. Rest now. Just rest. The labyrinth is dissolving. The walls are fading. There's only softness now, only warmth, only the gentle pulse of your own heartbeat. Slow, steady, calm. And your breath, rising, falling, like a gentle tide. You do not have to think anymore. You do not have to try. You can simply be here, in this moment, in this breath, in this soft darkness. And as you drift deeper, know that everything you have felt today, everything you have carried, is being processed, sorted, softened. Your brain is doing its work, and you can rest. You can let go. Completely. Your emotions are real. They are valid. They are messages from a part of you that is trying to help. And tonight, that part of you is quiet. It has done its work for the day, and now it rests, just as you rest. The amygdala is calm. The hippocampus is filing quietly. The hypothalamus is restoring. And you are floating in the deep interior, where there is no time, no pressure, no need to be anything other than what you are. Just breath, just heartbeat, just presence. And that is enough. You are enough. So rest, drift, let go. There is nothing left to do tonight, nothing left to solve. Just this soft darkness, just this gentle breath, just this moment of peace. And in this moment, you are held by your own nervous system, by millions of years of evolution, by the same forces that have kept life going through everything. You are part of that, and you are safe. So breathe and rest, and know that you are cared for, always. Let the last thoughts drift away now. Let the last tensions release. Let everything soften. There's only this breath, this heartbeat, this soft darkness. And you, floating, resting, whole. Sleep now, or simply rest. Either way, you're exactly where you need to be. Your limbic system will keep watch. It will keep you safe while you rest. So let go completely and rest. Just rest. You are safe. You are whole. You are enough. Rest.